I'm Exelite, and this is my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you about a little girl who's 7 years old, and she's going through a strange phase. Let's call it a phase. I'm going to tell you about it, alright? So, a woman was left feeling creeped out and baffled after babysitting her young niece and noticing that she started behaving in a rather dark and morbid manner. We've all heard stories about kids claiming they've seen monsters and have seen ghostly figures, which I, by the way, completely believe that they can see ghostly figures. But this little girl takes things to a whole other level. The woman was left feeling rather disturbed by her 7-year-old niece after she spent a few days babysitting her. The unnamed aunt was looking after the child while her parents were on a much-needed vacation. Soon, the aunt discovered that the little girl had a fascination with death and liked to ask some very inappropriate questions about dying. Unsure of how to proceed with the spooky behavior, the woman wrote a letter to an advice column. She wrote to Slate.com's Dear Care and Feeding. She said, "Our younger niece is going through a creepy phase. She likes burying her toys in the yard and trying to raise them from the dead. She's reading Goosebumps, holding seances for the ghost of our dead cat, and talks about death and the afterlife a lot. She'll just walk up to us and ask if we're going to die soon, or tell us all the ways that people can die, and ask us which one we think we'd prefer, as well as asking if we're going to hell and if we can say hi to the devil for her because he's her friend." The aunt continued to admit that she's confused where the kid got the devil stuff because everyone in the family are atheists. Then she added, "Do I talk to her about the afterlife and ghosts? Do I ignore it? It's creepy, sure, but it's also getting annoying to spend my day talking about my funeral plans. What can I do?" The advice column didn't seem too concerned about the issue and suggested that the little girl might be interested in the macabre due to how afraid everyone else seems to be of it. They advised setting boundaries with the child, warning not to rain on the funeral parade, but not to march in it either. Then they added, "Be alert for any hints that she's actually has the desire to do violent harm to herself or anyone else, of course. But in the absence of any true red flags, treat it as any other annoying childhood obsession." I thought that was the true red flag. You know, when a small child asks, "Here's a scenario for several different types of dying. Would you please choose the one you'd prefer? And then tell the devil I said hi." I don't know if that's I don't, yeah, I don't feel like that's a stage. Maybe a little more of a, I don't know. I don't know. Is 7 years old too late for adoption? Just asking for a friend.